Hey guys, before we get into this video, I do want to take the time to stop and let you guys know that I'm going to be linking some resources down below, and hopefully you guys can take the time to look at them and hopefully donate to some organizations that are helping to promote Black voices and to help the Black Lives Matter movement. Personally, I donated to the Minnesota Relief Fund. I did see a tweet recently that they particularly have been flooded with support, which is fantastic. So I'm going to leave you guys different resources to see where you personally would like to donate, whether it's a relief fund of your own city or an organization that you strongly believe in. But I just want to take this time on my platform to raise awareness so that you guys please donate and support Black creators and Black booktubers and Black books, and just do something right now in your community to help. Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with an exciting video because you guys loved the first time I did this, and that is reading Amazon's banned romances. That means that Amazon took these books down and did not let the authors sell them online. And one of them is still banned. I had to go to the author's website to find it, though it's being sold in a box set, but I'll get to that. The other one was recently banned, and then the other one was, I think, banned a year ago. So I am excited. I have 3 books, and the last time I read books that I was interested in that I didn't think I'd like. So 2 out of the 3 were 1-star reads. This time around, I honestly think I'm gonna like all of them, and that's because I like dark romances, and I don't know why one of these was banned. I have no clue why. The other 2, I do know why. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to my TBR. You guys already know from the thumbnail, but I'm going to talk about these a little more. I'm not going to get too much in the synopsis of these because I don't know much about them, but I did look already inside of one of them, and that is This Is War, Baby by Kay Webster. I read The Wild by Kay Webster, and it was quite the experience. Gave it 1 star, but I think I'll like her writing and I like her storytelling. The content is what made it 1 star for me in that previous book, but I heard that This Is War, Baby is a book I might like. And now there's a whole warning in the beginning, and it tells you what it deals with. So it says this is a dark romance, a really dark one, and it says it has human trafficking, dubious consent, and strong sexual themes that could trigger emotional distress are found in this story. So this says this was not for everybody. It will cross lines, it'll break rules, it'll make you sick, and it will stress you out, but there's also light. Okay, thank you Kay Webster for the trigger warning, content warning before going into this book. I'm happy she told us exactly what's in here. I have read books that had human trafficking, that have kidnapping, that have dubious consent, and dubious consent is not my favorite because dubious consent means was it consensual or not? It is unclear. So that's in this book. I don't know anything else about it. I just know that it was banned, and this is the one I had to get from her website, but it was free. So that was cool. And on Amazon, I was looking for it. They only have books 2 through 7 on Amazon, and that's it, but they do have a box set of 1 through 3, so I think that's how she got around the banning of her book. So other than that, I don't know what it's about. So we'll see when I start that. I have already started 1. So I have started Shame by Fiona Cole. I bought this when I met her when this came out. So I met her at a signing like 2 or 3 years ago. I think this came out in 2017, yeah. So I met her around the time this came out, so it was signed. Don't know what it's about, but I bought it because I had remembered seeing people on Instagram talk about it, and I was just perusing around the aisles at the signing, and right after it was released, it got banned, and she had to change the name of the novel to just Shame, and I didn't know why it was banned, and now it's banned because it deals with teenagers. I didn't know that buying this. Like, the covers of books make me so annoyed when they don't look like they are high school new adult romances. So, like, I read Dear Ava by Elsa Madden Mills last vlog. Loved it, but I didn't pick it up because it looked like just your regular old adult romance. It had high school characters in it, but the guy looks like he's like 30 on the cover. So this one does not scream high school to me, and they are teenagers. I'm an hour into this audio. I got it on Hoopla, so that's awesome. This audio is not available in Audio Escape. Only other Fiona Cole books are, but it was on Hoopla. All of her books are for Fiona Cole. And this one was banned, like I said, because it has teenage characters, and I think they are exploring a darker sexual relationship together. So we have our main character, it's Kevin and Anna, and it says that it's 10 years ago. I don't know if it's gonna skip time, so I'm listening to it, but it says that it's 10 years ago, and it's part 1. So I'm wondering if there's a part 2 when they're adults. At least I know the beginning of this book is when, it said 10 years ago when they're teenagers, so they're 16 I think, and she's new in town and they become really close friends, and then she realizes that he has a girlfriend when she goes to school, and she's like, well, he never told me that. And he has been having these fantasies, I guess, of darker encounters, and he's scared, he's ashamed of it. That's why it's called Shame Me Not, because he wants to explore that. He feels like it's not normal, and so he's ashamed of feeling like he wants to do kind of BDSM stuff. So I don't know how this is gonna go. I hope that it fast forward pretty quickly so that I don't have to read about teenagers, but like I said, I didn't know this was about teenagers. That's why it was banned, but I'm assuming if the beginning says part 1 10 years ago, we're gonna flash forward to when they're actually in their 20s, when it's not weird to be reading about that. So there's that book. And then the last book that I'm reading is Tilly Cole's book. That is the title. I am not gonna say this title out loud, but I know this was banned really recently, within the past like 2 months, and I don't know why, and I don't know what this book is about. Tilly Cole has some dark books. Like, if you've read Raphael, that is dark, and the prequel to that is dark. The Hades Hangman series is pretty dark. Not as dark as Raphael, what I read, but it is pretty dark. Ray's is pretty dark. Like, her books deal with very dark topics. And so this one, I don't know, it's just the two met as children, and they forged an unlikely friendship, and then they were ripped apart by the sick cruelty of others, separated for years, and both locked in a perpetual hell. And now it's 11 years later, and he is back for his girl. So I think he's gonna seek out revenge, and she is in a darker place than she was before. So I think I'm gonna love this. Though Raphael was a little too dark for my taste, I think I'll really enjoy this, but I don't know what it deals with, because I went to Raphael blind, and that has to do with like priests and stuff, which is a line that I don't like to cross in my dark romances. So I'm excited to read this. So I have those 3 that I'm gonna be reading over the next couple days. All 3 are banned on Amazon, and we'll see how I feel. Hey guys, before I get into the vlog portion, I just wanted to let you know that there are going to be spoilers, so be aware of that. Hello. Oh my goodness. I just filmed an entire clip and had spaghetti sauce on my face. So let's redo this. I had some spaghetti meatballs for dinner that I made, but I am about 4 hours into Shame, and it's fine so far. It's a friends to lovers romance. So like I said, they were, I don't know if I told you guys already, they were neighbors. Like, she just moved in next door, and he kind of like takes her in, and like she's friends with his friend group, and they really like each other, but he had a girlfriend, and then she got a boyfriend, and we fast forward a year and some, so now they're 18. So nothing physical happens between them until they're 18. Like I said, they wanted to explore some more interesting preferences in intimacy, and that's what this book was about. So I knew it was about that, but they're 18, and I don't know why this was banned. I mean, like, unless things get weird later on, nothing bad about this book so far. I mean, I thought they were gonna be doing it when they're like 16 and exploring all this stuff, but they're 18, and nothing about this book is different from any other like high school new adult book anyways. Some of those get very explicit, and nothing's ever said about those, so I don't know why this was. Maybe it's because like this is the premise of the book and the cover maybe, and people are like, oh my god, it starts out when they're 16, but like they're 18 now. So I don't know, but it's really cute because they are friends and they've wanted each other for a while, and it's really hard for them to see them date other people and hear their friends talking about dating them, because they're in the same friend group or they're dating other people in the friend group. But I like it, and she's trying to figure out like what to do with her future because they're seniors, so college is coming soon, and yeah, it's good so far. So I just filmed a book haul, and these are the aftermath, and I wanted to show you, that's my historical romance section. They're 3 deep, and I can't fit this stack. I have this stack that needs to go over there, and I have 11 more on their way to me, so help me. Hi guys, so I just filmed a book haul, and I wanted to update you on my reading. I'm about halfway through. Lily's barking. She'll be fine. No, I'll go see what she's barking at. I'll be back. Okay, so I ran a couple errands today and walked my dogs and went on a run, so I've listened to more of Shame by Fiona Cole, and it's fine. like I was talking about before, it took place when they were in high school, and then I knew it was gonna jump sometime, and it took half the book to jump to 4 years later, and it did say 10 years ago, so I don't know if we're gonna jump even more. But they're meeting again their senior year of college, because she did end up going away to college somewhere for some reason. And I don't know if I like it when adult books have half the book be in high school. Obviously it's not YA, like they are exploring their desires and wants together, because they have always kept it a secret, and Kevin especially is super ashamed of what he wants to do to girls. Like it's BDSM, so he's freaked out. He's like, I'm an awful person, and his shame, like that's why it's called shame, gets really old really quickly. I'm like, you're gonna go again and be like, oh my god, I'm such a monster for wanting this, and I'm just like, you've said that like 10 times already. And so his shame like drives him to actually like emotionally hurt Anna, I think her name is, I don't remember her name, but he kind of screws up and is like freaked out when people think they might know, and like is really mean to her when it comes to like trying to save face in front of their friends. So I don't like him, and I'm kind of annoyed with him. And then we flash forward 4 years and they meet again in college, and he's like, oh, I like have so much regret over what happened. And I'm just like, really? You better. And he's just like, I don't care. He's annoying, and it's just like gets old where he's like, I'm such a monster for wanting this, and like nobody else understands. And that's the point of the book, but it's kind of annoying. And I don't get why this is banned on Amazon. Like 50 Shades of Grey is sold on Amazon, and they are, I'm pretty sure I read that they, like, he was talking about how she was 18 when they finally like gave in to each other. So I don't know, like the content in this is nothing different than any other new adult book I've ever read, when they are in their 18 to like 23 years of age, and they are exploring sexual things. That's in books, that's in life. I don't know why this was banned, but it's fine so far. This is probably not going to be a favorite of mine. It's probably not going to be even a 4-star right now. I'm banking on a 3-star. We'll see how the rest of it goes, just the beginning. That's my rating. So yeah, that's my update. I'm going to finish this and then read K. Webster next. Does Lily need something? Hello, you're so pretty. Hi guys, I'm here with little Miss Lily Boo. She's so cute. I have an hour left of the audio. Thank you. And the characters are very annoying. So they both, like I said, are like ashamed of their desires, and it's like really obnoxious when they're older. So there are a lot of like, a good chunk of this book is also when they are seniors in college and they start hooking up, while Anna is, I think it's Anna, is dating this other guy. And then she's like, I feel like I'm cheating. He's like, did you say you were exclusive? She's like, well, no. He's like, so you're not cheating. Then she proceeds to date the guy for 4 months and meet his parents, and she's still hooking up with her best friend. And she's like, I feel like I'm cheating, but if he asked, I would have told him the truth. So it's lying by omission, and it's making me really annoyed because this guy is fine, but he's being dragged along by her because she doesn't know what she wants in life, and she's determined to be normal and find just a nice boy to be with. And so she's in denial about what she wants, even though she's tried to tell boyfriends like what she prefers, and they've like freaked out, and so then they had to break up. But she like is determined to find someone who doesn't want that, who's just normal because she wants to be normal, even though she has Kevin right there who wants what she wants, is her best friend who she cares for and loves. And it's obnoxious, yet she can't be with Kevin. That's really, really, really annoying to me. Like, she's in such denial, and they're still so ashamed of who they are, and I'm just like, just be who you want to be. And they're like, they're so ashamed because of what other people think, and I'm like, just stop caring about literally everybody else and just do you. Like, it's really, really annoying. She's so obsessed with what everyone else thinks, and I'm just like, no one cares. So yeah, even though it seems like that part of their life, the BDSM part, always comes up in conversation with friends, and then she gets like super embarrassed even though she doesn't say that she likes it, and I'm just like, you're so annoying. It's just annoying. I'm just like, like what you like, be who you want to be, nobody cares. But to her, it's horrifying, and she's like, how can I like that, and how people are just gonna think I'm an awful person, and that's what this whole book is about. So I'm very annoyed with the characters. I have an hour left, so we'll see what happens. We fast forwarded another like 5 years, so we got them as seniors in high school. Fast forward 4 years, now we fast forward 5 years. So we'll see how things end up, because obviously they aren't together yet. All right, I wasn't gonna update you guys today, but I have some updates for you. So I figured, why not? I finished Shame, and it's got rave reviews, but there are a couple people who agree with me how like the conflict went on for way too long. Like, this did not need to go 10 years for this girl to be okay with her preferences. So like, she just needed to get over it. Like, come on, just be you. Don't care what people think. They don't have to know anything. So some things are private and they stay private, so it's fine. And it was just annoying. She was more annoying, I think, than Kevin was, and I don't know. I just think it went on too long, and like, people didn't like the college chapters, and I mean, they were fine, but I don't like how it turned into kind of this like love triangle, and she was just stringing along this one guy because she wanted to be normal and was hooking up with her best friend but not telling the other guy, but she wasn't cheating, and I'm just like, you're annoying. So I'm gonna give this 3 stars, probably 2.5, because I just didn't really enjoy it. There's nothing like bad about it. It's like 50 Shades. It's like Christian before he became Christian Grey, figuring out stuff. So it was fine. Maybe just people are mad about the age, but what I came on here to update you on, why am I reading Webster again? I don't know. I thought I would like this, but I'm on the first page. First of all, I went and looked at reviews. So this book, This Is War Baby, has over a 4-star rating, and no one's like mad about it like they are with The Wild. There's like irate reviews about The Wild, which is totally understandable because I gave it 1 star. But with this one, people love it. And I know there's gonna be questionable consent in this one and questionable content, but I literally read the first page and had to text it to Sarah because she told me that this was a banned book. And guys, all I could see when I looked at the first page was slurped. That's all I'm gonna give you. And Sarah just said my vlog is gonna be very interesting. Oh my god, like, and I know what's gonna happen because someone said how she gets kidnapped, so I know what it started with, and still I'm like, verbiage, no. So yeah, I was informed there's a cucumber scene, which I'm like, are we turning into LJ Shen? Please stop. So I am in for a wild ride, guys. I don't think it's gonna make me as uncomfortable as The Wild did, but it's gonna be interesting, and that's why you all are here. So this is where it gets juicy. Shame was nothing compared to this. So I'm gonna read some tonight and let you know how it goes. Wish me luck. Okay, so I don't know if it's the books I'm reading, but Webster's writing is very cheesy. So I'm 11% in now, okay? And she's like attracted to the guy that kidnaps her, okay? It's her dad's best friend. He's 40, he's lived next door her whole life. She's like hinted at having the hots for him already, but she like is in this hole in the ground and for days apparently with no food or water, okay? And ends up climbing up the rope he left for her, and then she wakes up tied to the bed and he walks in because obviously he's not gonna let her run away. And she says, if things were different, I'd almost say he's hot, but I'm his prisoner, not his lover. And I'm just like, oh my god. But I think this is just gonna be like Jessica Kane. This is gonna be over the top and totally unbelievable, but we're just along for the ride. 7 stars. Oh, I know, she sighs every time I show her. Hi, Lily. Hello, baby. Hi, guys. So it's Wednesday. I had a pretty busy day. I had to go into work and got home, and now all I want to do is sit and not move anywhere. I'm not used to having to be around people and on my feet and working 6 hours straight. So that happened this morning, but I have read more of This Is War Baby, and I want to DNF it, honestly, but I feel like people have said like it gets better. I don't know how it can get better. I mean, it's already really bad. First of all, like the writing in this is not good, and I feel like it's kind of like it was in The Wild, where it's just very cheesy and over the top characters. Because we're getting some of Gabe's perspective. He's her dad's friend that like kidnaps her and is trying to like prime her for buyers. He literally rapes her. So it's the author's trying to show it like, oh, but she actually like likes it, and I'm just like, but she literally says no, and she is being kidnapped by him, and he's priming her so she doesn't break when she's like sold off to whoever he sells her off to. So I'm like uncomfortable because I'm just like, she literally doesn't want this, and I'm not buying that she likes it because she doesn't. And we got his perspective in his chapter, which was just like weird. I'm like, he's a psychopath, and he's just like, well, she loves me, and I'm like, is this real? Like, he's what? No. And I don't know. So like typically if that kind of character, they're just like cold and like he's doing it for the job, but apparently he thinks that she loves him, which just seems like out of character, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I don't like it. And I guess someone's gonna end up buying her. And what I've seen in reviews, he like doesn't understand that he's buying someone who's unwillingly being sold into sex slavery. Like, he sounds like an idiot already, and I haven't even met him. So I'm gonna finish this book because it's pretty short. It's just over 200 pages. I'll see it through. If this weren't for this video, I probably would have DNF'd it already, because I'm just like, I don't want to read this. I know why it was banned. Not that I'm saying like it's okay for people to attack authors and ban their books, but I don't see anything romantic about this relationship at all, because there's nothing romantic about it. But I'll continue reading and see where this goes. I'm just coming in here to say that our main character doesn't know what chess is. I don't care if you don't know how to play chess. She literally was like, oh, is that like checkers? And then he had to proceed for an entire paragraph to explain to her how chess goes. And this is the guy who bought her, and I think that he bought her because he is a germaphobe. Like, I forget what the word is, but he is terrified of germs, so like she has to wear a filtered mask and like gloves, and he's like freaking out about her hair shedding in the car, and I think that's why he wants to buy someone so that he can just like keep them for himself. Then they can never leave, so they can never get germs on themselves. So that's how this is going so far. Okay, it's been like 2 minutes, but she was just like, you know, you bought me from like a sex ring, and he's like, no, I didn't. I bought you as a companion. You're gonna get paid with the money I paid for you, right? And he's 28 and he's acting like an idiot, and she's like, no, you don't know what that was. This book is so annoying. Not at all believable. Not that it's supposed to be believable, but I'm just like, these characters are dumb. Hi. Okay, so I have some updates. I'm 80% in now, and sorry, my hair is crazy, but I'm liking it more because it's the romance between her and War, and like he acts like he's like 16 even though he's 28, and I guess like he's had some trauma, and so he doesn't like germs, doesn't like touching people, he doesn't like going anywhere, he's like freaking out about everything, and she's kind of healing him, and they're slowly starting to like each other, and I like that because when I started this book I was like, this is gonna be a relationship with her and Gabe, the guy who kidnaps her and like primes her for whoever he's selling her to, and then we're gonna read about someone who's bought her, but he's very innocent, I guess, I don't know. And so I still like now with this book, I'm like, I don't think I like Kay Webster's writing, because she like meets his dad, and like literally like 5 minutes after meeting them, they're like frolicking in the ocean together, and he's like comforting her and hugging her, and I'm like, you literally met this old man like 2 minutes ago, and you've been like kidnapped and primed to be a sex slave, so what are you doing? And so I mean, like, he's not bad, but I'm just like, that relationship got very cozy very quickly, and I would not trust people if I were in her situation, but it's fine. I mean, like, I was getting bored, and now we're 80% and I'm finally like, okay, is something gonna happen? So it's been pretty boring. We still don't know why. Her parents like haven't said that she's missing, and we still don't know why, but this is like a 7-book series, so I don't know what's gonna happen by the end of this book, or if it's just gonna be boring until the end. We'll see, because I'm expecting Gabe to show up, because he's like, I'm gonna kidnap you back, because like I'm gonna sell you and then get you back because you're mine. I don't know. And I thought like she was having feelings for Gabe, and that's why I like really wasn't liking this book, but it's better, but like not really amazing or good. It's just fine. Hey guys, so I'm here to update you. I finished this is War Baby, and I don't know what to think. So I actually ended up really enjoying the romance as it went on, because War is really the love interest. It's not Gabe. And so when I started it, that first like 30%, I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be a romance between this girl with this guy who's just like raping her to prime her to be sold to someone. And I was like, this is just horrific, and I don't like reading it, and I don't like how explicitly graphic the scenes were, to the point where I honestly wasn't sure if our main character was actually enjoying it or not. It seemed like it was supposed to be like she didn't want it, but she was enjoying it, so she like started to go on attachment to get like this weird attraction to Gabe. And I was just like, please don't let this be the romance, because I need a hero that I will actually like. So I feel like I said this last time, but Untouchable by Sam Mariano, I think that's what it's called. I had to DNF this book, and I'm pretty sure this one has been banned too, because the whole first like 50 pages that I read, this is a super long book too, it's like over 400 pages for a romance, I think it's like 500. The whole first 50 pages was our main character being sexually assaulted by our hero, and we were supposed to end up wanting them to be together, and he was just so crude and horrible in the beginning that I was like, I can't read this, because a hero who would ever do that to someone, I do not stand behind. So when I started This Is War Baby, I was like, dang, if Gabe is our hero, this is not gonna work out well. But War is our hero, and War bought her when they started to actually like spend time together, and she started understanding his need to be clean and like his fear of just being dirty. Like, she would care for him, and they got closer and they started becoming attracted to each other. And she is 17 when this starts, but War waits until she's 18 to do anything, so I did appreciate that. I was surprised in a Kate Webster book she would care about the age of consent, but that did happen. So War waited until she was 18, because the dad was pretty concerned. He's like, she's 17, are you kidding me? But he waited to do anything until she was 18, and it was very sweet, and she was so caring and just like open to what his problems were, which his previous relationship wasn't. And so I really enjoyed that. Now, the ending was pretty cliche. I was like, I know what's gonna happen in the end, and it did happen, and that was a cliffhanger, so we have to read book 2, which maybe I will pick up book 2, I don't know, but I'm gonna give this book 3 stars, because the beginning was totally not for me, and then I didn't like how naive War was, and I didn't like how naive the Bailey was. The writing also in the beginning was very, like I told you on the first page, like what that writing was. It's just very, I don't know how to describe it. It's just over the top and not natural, but like none of Kate Webster's books are just normal. They are over the top and very dramatic. So 3 stars, wasn't horrible. I see why it's banned, because like the content in the beginning, but it's not romanticized from what I took away from it. So it was fine. I enjoyed it. So I have to go. I'm going to start reading Tilly Cole's book and hopefully finish it by tomorrow. This one's I'm the most excited for, so we'll see. What? Hey guys, so it is Friday. I've spent a lot of the morning grading. It is the last day for kids to get stuff done, so I've had to go through every single assignment and look through kids, because I'm not notified when they finish. So it's been a morning. I haven't read too much more of Tilly Cole's book, because I've just been in a really weird headspace today because of everything that has been going on in America. It's just hard to really focus on reading right now. So I am gonna try to read more today. I was on Twitter for a while, and then I just had to stop because it was just, it's a lot. And I'm gonna donate to one of the foundations that I found on Twitter. So trying to do my part. It's hard to really think about anything when you see this going on in the country. So, whew, yeah. So like, as much as I would like to get this vlog up today, I don't think it's gonna happen. I'll probably post this on Saturday and try to finish my book today later. I will check in when I have read some more. Hey guys, so I'm here with a little update with Tilly Cole's book. It's interesting. I didn't read the synopsis that closely, and the synopsis really doesn't give you anything that this book actually is about. So it's highly influenced by Alice in Wonderland, and so our main character loves Alice in Wonderland when she's little. She's 9, and then obviously she is taken advantage of by her father and all of her father's business associates, and that goes on for 11 years. So we don't get the 11 years, we get the 11-year jump, and the boy Heathen, he goes by Rabbit, I think. He's back, and he goes by Rabbit because that's what she called him, and he's back to save her, and she has like dissociated her identity from Ellis, which is her normal identity, and she's Dolly, which is what he talked he called her, and it's basically like from Alice in Wonderland. Now she thinks Ellis is someone else that she met, and she thinks Heathen is someone else, and she knows him as Rabbit, and they are training to kill all the people that wronged them, and they're gonna go and kill them together. So it's very much Harley Quinn Joker vibes, because like she starts yelling tea time, like time for tea or something like that when it's time to kill the people, and she is like, oh, I wanted to kill that one. So it's very over the top, not at all contemporary. So it's really just like a revenge story for them. So it's fine so far. It's just definitely not what I was expecting at all. So it's dark. I mean, they practice killing on pigs and then kill people. So yeah, that's how it's going so far. Not too much romance, because he's just kind of like trying to make sure she's okay, which is nice. So I'll read some more, let you know. Hi guys, so I'm on page 190, and I keep on going back and forth at whether I want to DNF this right now or not. It's very dark, and I think the whole book is going to be them tracking these guys down and killing them together, and it's literally like being inside the mind of Harley Quinn and Joker, and so they're not of sound mind, and the Rabbit is like quoting what the guy would say to him, and so it's like while he's killing him, and it's just like very dark, and he's torturing him when he's killing him, and it's very dark. This is probably one of the darkest romances I've read, and I don't even see it as romantic or a romance really at all. So like the Hades Hangman series is dark, but not this dark. Just like Raphael was dark, and I didn't really like Raphael. I gave it 3 stars. This one, I don't even know what I would rate it, but I'm like, I only have 150 pages left, so I might as well finish it. So I am gonna finish it, but like I was just throwing out like, do I really want to keep on reading this? So not what I was expecting, because it's not typical Tilly Cole. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on reading, I guess, but it's not like I'm rooting for this romance. It's just 2 very tragically hurt people hurting people. Okay, so I was looking up some reviews. So this book has a 4.08 rating on Goodreads, and I'm like, so people love it. But I was looking at people I know who read it, and Chandler DNF'd it, I think around where I am, and she made a good point, like what I talked about before, is that we're continuously getting flashbacks of them being assaulted as children, and I just got to one. I'm on page 210, and I just got to one that's 4 pages long, and I'm like, why do we keep on needing these flashbacks? We don't at this point. I don't know, is Tilly Cole just trying to like be dark? I don't know, but like they're not needed. And just like I said with This Is War Baby, like we don't need that graphic on the page assault chapters, abuse chapters. We don't need those, and that's what these authors are doing, and I think that's what's making people mad and banning these books, and I don't like them on the page. So like we know what happened to these characters. We had the whole 55 pages in the beginning, and now at page 210 I'm still getting flashbacks of what happened to them. I'm like, stop telling me what happened to them. I know, I don't need to read it on the page. And there was just a really awkward scene between Dolly and Rabbit with blood as like foreplay. No thanks. So I'm still gonna finish this, but I'm not enjoying it as much as I wanted to, because it's definitely a dark romance, and darker than I thought it would be. Hey guys, it's Saturday, and I am here to wrap up this vlog because I finally finished my last book, and I'm giving this 2.5 stars. This is not my cup of tea. This is not the dark romance I like. I knew what was gonna happen this whole book. They were gonna go to each person that they wanted to kill as revenge for what they did to them when they were little, and I think for every single one we got a flashback of when they're little, what they did to them, and then we have them killing them, and we have this, like I said, Joker, a Harley Quinn persona they have that they have attached to in order to save themselves mentally, because they couldn't live anymore as their regular person that was abused for so long, which I found myself not connecting to either the characters or like caring for their romance, because their intimate relationship was very violent, and I don't need to read that in my romance. So this is a dark romance. It has dark themes, it has dark content all throughout it, and I just wasn't a fan of the romance. So not for me. I've seen a lot of people absolutely love this, but I feel like it was too dark for me with all those flashbacks, and I just had a hard time connecting with the two characters, and I was bored by them. Not bored, but like it just felt redundant by the end, because you knew they would go to this person, brutally murder them, go to this person, brutally murder them, and I'm like, okay, now we're on the last one finally. So not a fan, unfortunately. So this video is better than the last one. No 1 stars, but I gave Shame 3 stars. I gave This Is War Baby 3 stars, and I gave Tilly Cole's book 2.5. So that's this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was just for me to see what the stink is all about with these books, why they're banned. They all have dark content, and that's why they're being banned. So I don't believe in banning books, so I think people read what they want to read, and a lot of books do tell different stories of different people. So that's all I have, and like I said at the beginning of this video, please make sure you check out the links down below to donate to funds that need our support right now. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.